Anyway, and this week I've just been feeling really introverted. And initially I just thought, oh, I'm in my luteal phase, and I really felt that shift.
Hello and welcome to the Feminine as Fuck podcast. I'm your host, Monica Yates, a period and ICF certified women's life coach, and I help women to harness the power of their period and connect to their feminine flow. In these episodes, we will be talking about all things periods, hormones, confidence, health, food, money, sex, business, feminine flow, your brain, energy, and all the stuff that goes through our heads. You will walk away from each episode with new chicken nuggets and truth bombs, as I don't have a filter and I love talking about all the shit that people are thinking but too afraid to say.
All right, everybody, welcome back. So this is I don't even know what this episode's going to be about. I just posted on my Instagram story about the corona fatigue that I've been feeling. And I know it's been really strong for a lot of my clients as well. For those of you that don't know, I am a double Sag. My moon and my sun is Sagittarius and my rising is Gemini. And like freedom for me and like travel and experience and like a lot of happiness and just a lot of celebration. I'm someone that like celebrates life. Like I don't need a birthday to celebrate. I don't need an event to celebrate. I don't need a monthly goal of money to celebrate. I celebrate life because I think life is fucking amazing. So I'm actually like a really chill person. I know I can get really fiery, but I'm really chill. I'm very sassy, obviously, as you guys know. Anyway, and this week I've just been feeling really introverted. And initially I just thought, oh, I'm in my luteal phase, and I really felt that shift. And in my luteal phase, I become like cool as a fucking cucumber. I like don't talk very much. People often ask me like, are you okay? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just in my luteal phase. And I don't talk nearly as much. And I know that like today, for example, I've got like 2 Instagram stories. Oh, like actually I just posted one, a little update, but yesterday I had 2 Instagram stories on my Instagram story, which is like fucking unheard of for me to be MIA. And I've been just feeling a little bit MIA lately. I've been feeling a little bit MIA from, I haven't really been able to put my finger on it. And then my coach said to me this morning, she's like, Monica, you have corona fatigue. And like, yeah, I do have corona fatigue. I'm sick of being inside. I'm sick of, and I go outside or whatever. I'm just sick of not feeling like I can go anywhere. And I don't want fucking messages being like, you can go places. Like, don't be ungrateful. I'm not trying to throw a pretty party. I'm not trying to say that my life is terrible by any means. I'm actually just trying to be real and authentic with you guys. So please don't send me a fucking mean DM. And like, I've been getting a few, just DMs of people twisting my words. And when people twist my words, I'm just like, all right, I hope that validated whatever you wanted to hear or whatever you're believing, because you guys know that like my intention was always a pure and good intention. In fact, there's actually like an NLP rule and a psychology rule of like people always will do things from a place of love and from a place of like they are trying to do something good. And even if it's like murdering someone, you're like, how can that be good? There is some part of them that thinks what they were doing is right, and it was good, and it can be good in a fucked up way, you know, but they're doing it for a reason. They're not. People don't try to be mean people. It happens. People aren't actively trying. That they're expressing trauma or whatever, and it's getting mixed up, and their brain is thinking they're doing something right. Anyway, so like my words are always pure, and this episode is not meant to like invalidate what anybody else is feeling. I'm just trying to share with you guys what I've been feeling right now, and I'm going to post this like straight away. I won't even get Shelby to like write a description about it. Here's just like an authentic, quick little thing. So yeah, I've just been feeling really like, I've been feeling very fatigued this week, like very tired. And my coach was kind of saying as well, it's like, you know, all your days are blending into each other, and it's true. Like I do have exciting things going on. You know, I am getting intimacy. I am getting to see, you know, a few people, like a little bit. And I'm getting my intimacy needs met. I'm getting my touch needs met like once or twice a week, but it's not even that now. It's like my brain, and that's where like the fatigue is coming in. It's like my brain isn't getting heavily stimulated. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not traveling anywhere. We don't have this like end date, and I'm just feeling very like stagnant, and I hate stagnancy, and I'm the worst at patience. Like you can ask anybody, I have the shortest fucking level of patience I've ever met. Like not in a egotistical like mean way. I know I'm good at holding myself and like, oh, here we go. But I also, like, I'm not a very patient person. And so, like, waiting around, twiddling my fucking fingers and thumbs or whatever the fucking phrase is like not my forte. And so, yeah, I just kind of wanted to offer you guys like a little bit of an invitation that if you're feeling this way as well, if you're feeling really stagnant at the moment, I've got a lot of goosebumps. This is coming through. If you're feeling really, really stagnant, if you're feeling a bit lost, a bit overwhelmed, I'm feeling overwhelmed. If you're actually feeling overwhelmed of what is going to happen once this goes back, I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed about that. And I am such an extrovert people person. Like, I love people, but I'm actually feeling a little bit overwhelmed of like, okay, so when this goes back, I'm in a city I wasn't planning to be in. I don't know that many people here, but I know a few, and I'm kind of like relying on those people, and I don't like relying on people because I am quite independent. So I'm kind of needing to like rely on those people to like help me meet other people. I'm still going to be like in this house and everything like that. And I'm kind of a little bit overwhelmed for what's going to happen when this does go back to normal. Is it going to be normal? Like, what is that? It's a little bit overwhelming. And we're trying to work out all these things in my business at the moment and like streamline shit. And that's been a little bit overwhelming of just like making decisions. And if you guys are business owners, you'd get it. It's like sometimes those really big decisions can be so intense because you're like, I don't want to make the wrong decision, or I want this done once properly. I don't want to have to revisit this. So I'm like trying to like map shit out, and it's very like heady and it can get like a bit much sometimes. So I've been feeling that. And yeah, it's just been like kind of fucking weird. I've been like really inwards, like super introverted, which is like very, very unlike me. But I've been like a little bit on edge and a bit introverted. And this is just kind of like your invitation. If you're feeling this, guys, like you are so not alone. I was talking to a couple of my friends last night on the phone. We had like a 2-hour Zoom call, and they have been feeling very triggered. We've been crying a lot of like very old wounds that I healed years ago that haven't come up in fucking years have now come up in a new relationship. And I'm like, what the fuck? Where are these coming from? And that's been kind of frustrating, I will say, because my ego is like, this was dealt with fucking years ago. Why is it back? And the reason why it's back is it's actually an opportunity for more integration. Like, it happens as you up level, your old wounds that you've healed can come back in new ways. And like, I have these wounds have come back, but in new ways, and I've never seen them before, or like different parts of them have shown up that I didn't recognize before, I didn't know about before. And so it's an opportunity. I'm seeing it as it's an opportunity for me to reintegrate and to revisit them and to re-heal them. Because we are always healing. And once you have those tools, it becomes a lot easier and a lot faster the way that you can heal it. So I've been healing those, and I've just kind of been like, I've just been letting myself feel what I need to feel. Like, I've honestly just been letting myself feel the frustration. I've been letting myself feel the unknown, the like, what the fuck's happening. I've been letting myself kind of mourn a little bit. Like, as you can tell, I'm a little bit teary now. I've also been letting myself mourn, like, you know, not knowing when I'm gonna see my family again. And I know people can say, well, you can fly back to Australia, and like, I can, but I draw the line at doing 2 weeks in 2 weeks in forced quarantine, you know, with a window that doesn't open. I know that would just break me, and I don't want to do that because I have a business to run, and I just don't want to put myself through that. And I love my family, but they also understand that that as well. So I don't know when I'm going to see them. And, you know, a lot of you guys know, like, New York has a really, really special place in my heart, and it makes me feel so alive. And I definitely felt like I left there in a massive rush, and I didn't really get to say goodbye. I didn't really get to sit and like integrate everything that I'd achieved whilst I was there and everything that had happened. And yeah, and I've been kind of mourning that. I've been mourning, like, having to just pack up and leave my friends really quickly in New York. And I've been also mourning, like, not knowing when I'm going to be able to go back there, or like with the current state of everything happening, it's like, you know, yeah, when can I go back there, and do I even want to go back there? Like, what will the new reality be in New York? Like, will it be the same city or not? And I don't think it can ever change. The energy there is something really special. But, you know, New York like means the world to me, and it's definitely made me realize during Corona actually that I 1000% need to be spending a chunk of the year there. every year because it just lights me up like nowhere else. Like my soul is so alive there. I've been really enjoying being in London. I will say like the weather is beautiful in spring and I'm really excited to be able to go and travel, and that just sounds like so much fun of like being able to go to Italy for the weekend. I'm like, this is fucking amazing. Like what a dream. So I'm really excited to be able to live that new European life. But like I'd be lying if I said that part of me wasn't also nervous to go back out and back into life. I'd be lying if I didn't, if I was saying to you guys all the time that everything is rosy and perfect. Like it's fucking not. Especially right now, like I feel like Corona has made me like very like quite sensitive to things, and like avoidant and anxious instead of secure. I'm like avoidant towards things and I'm also a little bit anxious towards them, which has been really interesting to observe. And it's honestly been an opportunity for me to dive deeper into my spirituality, deeper into my gifts, deeper into my intuition. Like, man, that thing's fucking strong right now. Deeper into my spirituality, my psychic gifts, and all those kind of things. And it's been beautiful to be able to facilitate my clients through this time. And it's been beautiful to honestly like just like see this time as an opportunity to get more organized in my business and X, Y, and Z. Like there's a lot of pluses to Corona, but I also just wanted to let you guys know that like this week's been a fucking weird week and a lot of my friends have had it. And I was seeing some people on their Instagram story also being like, was today a shit day or was today a shit day? And so I'm like, okay, there's something in the fucking cosmos. Like today's been a shit day. But on the plus side, we're going into the Sagittarius season. And so I'm a Sag and we're all about that freedom and that flow and that carefree attitude. And I'm really excited for everyone to be able to like fucking be tapping into that energy, because I need some people in my life to be a little bit more carefree right now, a little bit more chill and just like, let's just go fucking holiday somewhere. Let's just go have picnics every day. Let's just be young and free. And that's that Sag energy. And this Cancer energy right now is like killing me. I'm like, Kate, let's end this please right fucking now. I am not in love with that like really homebody, very, very emotional vibe. I love being emotional. I love feeling my emotions, X, Y, and Z. And like I am sensitive. But the Cancer energy is a bit much for me right now. And I'm like, okay, next. Thank you, next. So the Sag energy will be really nice for us all to have, a bit refreshing. And, London's meant to come out of like the next another phase of lockdown in 2 weeks' time, which I'm really excited for. It's just, it's just been like a weird fucking time for all of us. And all I can say is like, fuck me. Thank God I have 2 coaches. Thank God that I have the tools. Thank God that I am so gifted to be able to like tap in and connect to my spirit guides and connect to my intuition and get all those beautiful messages. And I'm so blessed and so gifted and so grateful that I get to be able to facilitate this with my clients and support them. I just don't even know where I'd fucking be without being able to talk to somebody and basically have like that therapist on fucking like speed dial, because I am a talker and I am a processor. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to share that with you guys. The Corona fatigue is real, and that's just about that all the days blending into each other and just feeling like one massive blob, and you like losing time and you feel like you're losing yourself because you're losing time, but it's actually just because everything's blending into each other. So what I would be saying to you guys for a couple little tips that I'm doing, so a couple little things is I've been trying to create experiences even like in my home. So we can now go on picnics, which has been great. But as you guys know, I created like that holidays at home thing on Instagram, which is really, really fun. I will do another one soon. We're going to do all these different like ones because you guys loved them. So I've been doing that. I've been creating new experiences by cooking us different dinners. Like I've been cooking us like Mediterranean or like Italian, or we had sushi the other night, like Mexican, like margaritas. Like I've been trying to be a bit different in the kitchen and like create those experiences. Going to the park and whatnot has been really nice. Even just like going to different supermarkets. You guys know that I found my sexy new Italian one that's like, it's more expensive, but it's a vibe. And so I feel really good going there. I've been also trying to like dress up a little bit more when I leave the house and like just like put a little bit of effort into not just wearing like chill clothes all the time, but like wearing a nice dress. So I've been trying to create those experiences, and then I've been also trying to have some goals in my business. So we're hiring a PR team, and that's going to be a new goal that we're working towards, of like doing PR stuff. And so I've been trying to create these new experiences, these new things to be looking forward to, and these new learning opportunities to keep my brain really, really stimulated. And I've also been prioritizing during the week. I do not watch TV at nighttime anymore. I will watch like my own courses. Yes, I watch my own stuff because I learn from myself. I know it's weird, but I like channel a lot when I'm talking, and then sometimes I just like need my own fucking pep talk, and then I get it from myself and I'm like, fuck yeah, go Monica. So I'll listen to my own stuff, or I'll journal, or I'll do I'll read a book, or I will, you know, listen to old coaching calls, or like YouTube videos, a podcast, that kind of stuff, or like documentaries on Gaia. I love doing that as opposed to like getting sucked into someone else's world and feeling that like longingness. Because I watched a whole TV show like end of last year. No, I would say beginning of this year. And when it ended, I felt like I was going through a breakup, and I was like, hey, this is not fucking healthy. So I'm actually purposefully not doing that again, because I don't want to put myself through that emotional, like I cling to the TV show and then you long for it afterwards. And that's just not healthy for where I am right now. So I'm just trying to be really mindful of like what I'm exposing myself to and how I'm showing up for myself, so I can make sure that I'm not doing anything that's actually just going to like sabotage how I'm feeling, even though it might be really, really comforting in the moment, like not doing that. So I'm being kind of aware of that. And yeah, like I'm still honoring myself. I'm also trying to like sleep more to integrate. So if I don't sit and watch like 10 episodes of the fucking OC, I like watch, not the OC, I'll like watch a podcast and watch a YouTube video or something rather about like psychology or something that I'm learning about or whatever. And then I'll like have my dinner and I'll clean the house, and I will maybe cast a spell. I might do a tarot reading, do some channeling, do some journaling, whatever I want to do. And then I just go to bed. So I've been going to bed at like 3 hours earlier to normal. Like I got really bad in New York of going to bed at like 1 or 2 a.m. And now I'm going to bed at like 10, 11 p.m., which is way better. And I've been waking up earlier, and then I've just been like sleeping a little bit more, which has allowed that integration process and allowed the energy to keep moving through my body so I can keep having these upgrades. Like in order for you to, and I've been dreaming a lot lately, in order for you to have those energetic upgrades faster, you need to be able to sleep more as well, so that you can like upgrade quickly in your sleep. So I've been doing that as well, which has been really, really helpful. And really just my spiritual practices have been like the game changer. Like everything in Witchery and Wisdom is basically what I've been doing. And I'll teach you guys more stuff on the Zoom call when we do our live Zoom call. But yeah, I've been really connecting to my spirituality, because like it gives me that sense of calmness and being grounded, and gives me that sense of like security and confirmation. So when I connect to my guides and they tell me all these things, or I jump in different people's bodies and I can feel what they're feeling, and I get the messages of like what they want to tell me or whatever, it gives me that sense of like confirmation that I guess I'm looking for, that validation that I'm kind of needing right now. So really tuning in with like what that little girl inside of you needs is really important. What will make you really happy and what make you feel really, really stable, and just having a little bit of discipline as well, of like not doing the things that you know are going to like affect your energy, even though they might feel really good, like eating shit food or watching 10 episodes of the OC or something like that would just make you like feel even more depressed. Making sure that you're not doing that, giving yourself space, like being gentle with yourself is what I've been doing. So hence I haven't been showing up, because I've just been like chilling, reading, journaling lots, having naps. I've been really gentle with myself. I haven't been hysterically crying. I've been gentle with myself to allow myself to feel these things and not bottle them up. And that's the really key thing. So, and I've also been doing a lot of work behind the scenes for Baba 2.0. So recording all those videos, X, Y, and Z. So I've just been like really busy, I guess. And that's kind of why I've been a little bit MIA. When I say MIA, I've been MIA for legit one day on my Instagram stories, but it feels like a lifetime. So, and people commenting on my thing for like, yeah, we've been wondering where you've gone. And I'm like, oh yeah, I just went for a day, but it honestly felt like a fucking lifetime. So anywho. So hopefully that just like gives you guys a little bit of, I don't know, maybe you've had a little breakthrough during this little message. Maybe you've realized your own things. Maybe it's just made you feel like you're not alone, or, you know, whatever it is. Like even as a coach, I still have my shit. We all still have it. And I will say 90% of the time I am fucking amazing. And then there'll be sometimes those little things that will just like trigger me or make me feel uncomfortable, and then shit will come up and I'm like, oh, hello, fuck off. Anyway, that's it, guys. Have a beautiful Friday. Have an amazing weekend. It's going to be amazing weather this weekend in London. And so I'm going to be lying in the park and journaling and processing and sleeping and reading and all that kind of stuff. So I might actually have a picnic for one. Just really let myself take care of me for a second. I feel like I need that. So have an amazing weekend, guys. There's a really good podcast coming out next week, so make sure you listen to that. And I'll see you all soon.
Well, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you got lots of chicken nuggets out of today's episode. I would be really, really grateful if you'd be able to leave me a review and a star rating that you think is appropriate, hopefully 5. And if you could share this podcast so that I can help more women live a life of flow and ease, I would be so fucking grateful. Make sure you tag me in it on Instagram so I can personally thank you, because I know so many of my clients have found me literally because their friends have posted about my podcast on their Instagram story. And I just want to help as many women as possible. So by you sharing it, I would be so fucking grateful, and I'm sure your friends would be too. If you do want to welcome me, please do check out my website for all those details. And of course, you can DM me on Instagram with any other questions. If you have any podcast things you want me to talk about, any ideas, any feedback, I am always open to it, and I always love hearing what you guys have to say. So please don't hesitate about that either. I will catch you on the flip side. Have an amazing day or night wherever you are.